You know, sometimes people make these movies, and I'm sure they're just trying to make a movie so bad. They want to be Troll 2, they want to be Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, they want to be Samurai Cop, Birdemic. People that make these movies to be so bad, like Neil Breen, because then people will talk about it. Because if you can't talk about how good you are, you get people to talk about how bad you are. This is a paid request for Adam. Thank you so much for that. The Time Machine I found at a yard sale. When he first sent this request, I thought he meant the Time Machine, whether the old one, Rod Taylor, or the remake with Guy Pearce. Because when he said the Time Machine, oh, I found it at a yard sale. Oh, I'm sure this will be an epic rant. I'm sitting there going, my fucking cat is literally moaning in pain. He's crying because he watched the film with me. His soul died watching this piece of shit. That's why he's crying for his soul to come back. His 8 lives are gone. He's on his 9th last leg of a life. With this horse shit. Like I was saying, I talked to the guy. I'm like, you think it's going to be an epic rant? I like the original Time Machine. I even like the remake with Guy Pearce. And he's like, no. The actual title is The Time Machine, parentheses, I found at a yard sale, parentheses. And I went, that's a stupid fucking title. Oh, 'tis a stupid fucking movie. And it's like, if the people making the film are not trying, why the fuck should I try? I mean, apparently it's from the Actor Theater Production. I'm like, bullshit. More like carpet cleaners. I bet these are probably a group of fucking carpet cleaners that got fucking high, cleaning out dog shit from the carpet, doing the vaporizer, and they snuffed and huffed and puffed enough fucking chemicals to alter their brain waves to then go, hey, we can act. No, you can't. We can make a movie. No, you can't. So then they have the same production value as a shitty nostalgia credit movie, but at least it's not 3-4 hours long. So at the very least, it's better than a nostalgia credit fucking film, because this knows it's shitty, but it's an hour and 20 some minutes. Nostalgia credit, he makes shitty films, but they're 4 hours long. Or 3 hours long. The production value, the effects, this is done. I read somewhere it's $3,500. Someone got ripped off and stole the money. Because if this costs more than $35 and 22 cents, someone got ripped off. Or some money was stolen. Ransacked. Hijacked. Your lead guy looks like a 1950s greaser, poster boy for narcolepsy, with his acting. Later on, he meets a girl that I swear is a fucking robot. But our lead guy, again, he's got his hair thinking, what, are you going to fucking go see Grease Lightning somewhere? He's bicycling, and out of the blue, there's a blue filter. Why? I don't know. Did you never see that blue filter before or after? He's just bicycling, he goes to a yard sale, and when he enters it, boom, the whole fucking thing is blue. Blue dabba dee dabba da dabba dee dabba da. There's fucking vodka in this fucking thing, man. I would need it. So this yard sale is so shitty, there's only like 5 fucking items on one rug. And then you have this old guy that if he had a trench coat, he'd be trying to sell you pornos for $5. But he's got glasses on, he's in the corner. And I swear I could barely hear his fucking dialogue because the sound mix is so piss poor. I know I have no room to talk about sound in videos. But I'm not giving almost $4,000 to, and I wouldn't make a fucking film about it. So yeah, the old guy, you barely hear what the fuck he's saying, and I swear as he's talking, in the background you hear someone doing dishes. Or at least someone's like, you know how you do dishes and sometimes they clank around, clink, clink. I swear I was hearing that in the background. Put my ear to the fucking speaker to hear what the guy's saying. Oh, that thing it's dreams are made of. And you must use it for good. So this guy, our lead guy, buys the thing. And this is a movie that is so exciting. There's literally a minute where our hero drinks orange juice. He gets out of the fridge, he pours himself up, and a full minute. If I can, I'm going to put that at the beginning of this fucking video. If I can. But with copyright, who knows? Because, holy shit, Tola. People go, oh, it's only a minute. What's the big deal? Okay. I'm at 7 minutes. Let's see what a whole minute entices. Starting now. I can't do it. It's only been 30 fucking seconds. If that. If that. Full fucking minute. See, that's what we call padding. What does padding mean? Padding means you fill stuff in to make your movie 80, 90 minutes long. When technically this film could be like a 15-minute shitty student film. So then he starts using the thing, and the clock moves forward, or the clock moves backward. But then we're hearing him saying stuff like, oh, man, with this thing I've been able to stop time, and I've been using it as a toy. And pretty much describing all the shit that we didn't see him do. Let me describe you all the shit. You know what's one of the primary things? Show, don't tell. So I'm going to tell you all the stuff that I did that you didn't fucking see because we're too fucking cheap. And there are times, I swear, it's a POV of a fucking toilet flushing. It's like a funnel water, and sometimes it's green, sometimes it's blue. So maybe think of toilet when you put the cleaner. And it must be inside a fucking toilet, because this film is a piece of shit, and deserves to be stuck in a fucking toilet. But it probably fucking stuck up your fucking toilet and make you shit all over the backyard. Because the shitter's full. Maybe the cameraman drowned. He was shooting, he went crazy seeing what the fuck he shot, and he dove headfirst to a fucking toilet. And this is the footage captured. So, again, the film's so cheap, they can't even shoot on a fucking street. There's a green screen where the guy walks, and it's just a street behind him. So then he goes forward in time. He gets to a place where I forget how far into the future. There's women dressed in purple, including this woman named Sheba. Like I said, I think she was a robot because she acted like a fucking robot. And I'm sitting there going, this is... How is this an actor theater production when these are your actors? These are your actors in your actor theater production? I've seen better high school plays. And I'm not even exaggerating. Who is they? And like the... And the way these two talk with each other, it's like an Alien or M. Night Shyamalan. One of them directed these fucking people on how to act and talk to each other. And there are times that they're looking at the camera, they're supposed to be looking at the person, but artistically they have them, like, let's say I'm talking to this person. So the camera will be that person's point of view, and the 50s wannabe greaser guy's like, hey, how's it going? We should go over here. And we need to go back to the future. He doesn't say that, but he might as fucking well. And then there are times I swear he talks like he's gonna become Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs. Like he's working up to it. Like he's working up to be, put the lotion on instead, or you get the hose again. So a lot of more green screen. They fuck around, padding. There's a point that she's supposed to go change. The camera sticks on the pair of trees for 15 seconds. Well, it doesn't sound like much. Again, if I wait here for 15 seconds, let's say now, 15 seconds. There you go. 15 fucking seconds. That's how long it sticks to a pair of trees with nothing happening. So even though she's part of this future where there's barely anything remotely like the past, she still has a fucking purse with a fucking comb in it. Where that came from, I don't know. So they wander around, and then this time machine movie becomes a UFO movie. Because they found a UFO that looks like a fucking Alexa that you order from Amazon. It looks like a fucking, I don't know, camera drone, whatever. They get into it and they fly around. The lead guy literally goes, Yahoo! I swear that's how he did it. Instead of, yeah, fuck yeah, it's like, Yahoo! What the fuck was that? It's like, he wanted to go Yahoo, but then he said ew, or he yawned, but he didn't yawn. I don't know what the fuck he did, man. And it's great that the UFO has seatbelts, like actual seatbelts. Because, hey, I guess even aliens, you know, they look at crash test dummies, they go, we need one of those seatbelts too. Not even like a cooler. Oh my god. So they fly, wander around, there's talk of this resistance, and they want supplies. They land on one planet, and there's this 2-minute scene. They watch a girl dance. And we don't even see tits or ass. She just dances for 2 minutes. The reason this shit pisses me off with Neil Breen movies, The Amazing Bulk, all this other stuff, is that this shit gets made and I mean, it was on YouTube for free, but I'm sure this was meant to be sold, for you to pay for it. And I'm like, wow, you're trying to get people to buy this shit? That's a fucking insult and a half. And then some. Like, you got... That shit... And yeah, I wrote a couple things down so I wouldn't forget, because I knew I'd forget. Oh, like this random bit where they land somewhere, and the two ladies are talking to each other, but you don't hear them. Then they disappear. Then it cut to the girl looking at the camera, combing her hair. I literally went, what the fuck? There's one place they land, and then there's some creature. I literally went, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I don't even know how to describe this creature. I don't know what the fuck it is. I'm going to try to put that at the beginning of the review. You explain to me what the fuck that creature is, because I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. So now this time machine movie has become like a space movie. They wander around some more, get into a firefight in space. Then they're on a snow planet, and they're cold, even though most of the time they walk around with short sleeve shirts, and they barely act cold. Then they're like, hey, you still have that time machine? Oh, I forgot. I had it in my backpack the whole time. So then they use it, and they're back to present time. They meet the guy's parents. They decide to take a break. They couldn't even film on a fucking beach. They had to be green screen. And they talk about the resistance again, but they're like, no, let's... Oh yeah, and before that, I almost forgot this. They found a treasure map, and they start looking for treasure. They find diamonds, and then that's when... I think that was after they met the parents. Like Sheba met the guy's parents. What? It's like this movie doesn't know what it wants to be, and it's just like, oh, we're trying to be an ode to like bad sci-fi or 50s sci-fi. I'm like, dude, no. I'm tired of that excuse. You know what's a good ode to 50s sci-fi? Tremors. This movie just, it doesn't offer anything worth a shit. It's not funny in a bad way. Because we've gotten to the point that, what more can you do even in that category? Like, let's really think about it. When you got, generally fun, bad movies like Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 and Samurai Cop. And then they've gone on to the Sharknado movies and Birdemic and fucking, Neil Breen's 4, 5, 6 movies. What, if you don't go that route, what more can you do? And on that front, it's boring compared to those shitty fucking films. And so it becomes more forgettable than anything. It's just incompetence every step of the fucking way. With incompetence in acting, incompetence in effects, incompetence in sound mixing. Sometimes there's no fucking sound when people talking, or clunky editing, blue filters, or whatever filters used out of the blue, randomness. One point they're in a... Like, are you trying to be a time machine movie, or do you want to be Star Wars, or it doesn't know what the fuck it wants to be. Then you want to be a treasure movie. It's like, what is it? Are you the time machine, or are you Star Wars, or are you romancing the fucking stone. It doesn't know what it wants to be. Again, you have a lady that acts like a fucking robot. You have a guy who is born a sin. Which sin? The sin of sloth. Being fucking lazy. Lazy. Again, he's a quote for narcolepsy. Again, there's just nothing upon nothing at all to say positive about this film. Even if you like bad movies, it's just... To me, that's you know what? That's a lazy way of filmmaking. Whatever the case may be. To just go, you know what? Let me just be you know what? How about this? If that's the case, then just sit down for 90 minutes and just sit and play with yourself on camera. Might as well. Because you're not trying to make good art. You're not trying to make sincere... Like, even as a comedy, there's no really jokes. It's not trying to be a comedy. Because it's not trying to get laughs. It's not like making wisecrack, snide remarks and trying to create clever or funny dialogue. It's not even trying to do that, so I can't even say it's trying to be a fucking comedy. Because it's not. Again, the only thing you could laugh at is the generally awful production. Like the look of the stupid creature and the beyond poor green screen and effects I've seen better on YouTube videos. If you can't do it, just don't do it. I think that's a thing that needs to be taught more. If you can't do it right, don't do it at all. But no, everyone gets their shot. I'm sorry, not everyone gets a fucking participation ribbon. You participate, so you get a ribbon. No, fuck that shit. And there's no excuse. I keep mentioning this one film, which is, two guys made for shits and giggles, called, I think, Spiral Drive. It's a found footage movie. Spiral Drive. But it was fun because it was two guys. They were not the best actors, but they still tried more than anybody in this fucking movie. And they, sadly, they had better production than this fucking movie did. Again, the acting is not the best, but Spiral Drive has some fun concepts. The two leads mean well. Has a decent finale. Doesn't end like typical found footage, which is cool. And that's why I don't give a pass to this, because again, that was made for nothing, and you have no one talking about that movie. Go check out Spiral Drive. That's low independent, but those guys cared. It's like, despite the rough around the edges, those guys cared. Those guys, I could see, cared about what they were doing. And it did try to have a sense of humor between the characters. It did try to have a little bit of wink to it. Maybe not be a 5 or 4 out of 5 star movie, but its heart was in the right place. I saw another movie that was Japanese Evil Dead. It's like an hour long, and this bodybuilder kicks. There's only one deadite, but that at least tried to have some effort and some ingenuity and some creativity with its low budget. It's called like Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder from Hell or something. Like at the end, the guy gets these weights and kicks ass and shoots it up with a shotgun. It's also called the Japanese Evil Dead. These are micro-budget movies as well, but they actually, despite the rough around the edges, there's some heart put into it. There's none of that in this. There's no heart put into this. There's no talent put into this. It's, we're going to make a shitty fucking film, lazy as we can be, and hopefully people like us because of how shitty we are. Because we want the birdemic, we want that kind of stuff. And you ain't worth the sweat off my balls, movie. You ain't worth the sweat off my balls. So, fuck this fucking goddamn fucking... Ain't worth sweat on my ball. Thanks once again, Adam. Take care. Fuck this movie up his fucking pie hole. Up his fucking cornhole. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.